If you've been with us on this journey, you already know. In our recent episode, we are exploring just one Swahili word, one simple word, neno moja, but with deep meaning.
And some people might wonder, why only one word?
Because language isn't just about speaking, it's about feeling, hisia. Each word carries nguvu, power. It holds lessons about who we are, how we live, and how we connect with others.
Exactly. Like when we talked about pole pole, the art of slowing down, and how patience can bring peace in such a fast world.
Or when we explored msamaha, forgiveness, and how letting go can truly free the heart. And today, we're talking about hasira, anger.
A word that sounds small, but holds so much fire inside it.
Because the truth is, understanding these words isn't just about learning Swahili, it's about learning yourself, your emotions, your peace, your healing.
So when we teach a Swahili word, it's not just a language lesson, it's an invitation.
An open door into meaning, reflection, and transformation.
Wow. So in today's episode, we explore another Swahili word with real power, Hasira.
But not just anger, we're diving deeper into the saying, Hasira Hasara. Anger brings loss.
Let's uncover how anger, Hasira, can cost us peace, relationships, and sometimes even ourselves.
Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Let me ask, do you experience anger?
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, but have you ever stopped to ask yourself, how does it really make you feel?
That moment when anger rises, your heart starts racing, your body tightens, your voice gets louder, and your thoughts, they just keep spinning.
Right? For a few seconds, it feels powerful, like all that fire inside is giving you strength. But deep down, does it? Because after that moment passes, when the shouting stops and silence returns, you feel it, don't you? That heaviness in your chest, that small ache in your heart, maybe even regret for the words you can't take back.
That's what anger does. It burns hot, but it leaves ashes behind.
You lose peace, sleep, connection, sometimes even people you love.
Hasira ni hasara. Anger is loss.
Loss of relationships, and sometimes of yourself, your calm, your joy.
So today, pause for a moment and ask yourself, when I'm angry, wakati ninapokuwa na hasira, what am I really feeling underneath?
Ni maumivu, hofu, kuvunjika moyo.
Because once you understand your anger, you begin to heal it.
Let me share this short story. There was this man who had two sons. One was Daniel and the other Michael. Daniel was a good man, quiet, hardworking. He and his younger brother Michael had always been close. More than brothers, they were friends. They shared everything, dreams, secrets, even pain. But when their father died, something changed. There was disagreement about property, money, and respect. At first, it was just words, but pride crept in, and anger, that silent fire, began to grow. One day, it burst. Daniel shouted things he never meant to say. Michael shouted back. And just like that, years of love were buried under minutes of rage. Daniel left that day, slamming the door behind him, and he never looked back. Days became months. Months turned into years. Neither called, neither said, "I'm sorry." Each one waited, hoping the other would make the first move. Then, one evening, Daniel's phone rang. A voice on the other end said Michael had been in an accident. He rushed to the hospital, his heart pounding with fear and guilt. But when he arrived, the doctor's face said everything. Michael was gone. Daniel stood by his brother's bed, staring at the still face of the man he once called his best friend. He wanted to speak, to say, "I'm sorry," but it was too late. Tears filled his eyes as memories flashed back. All the times he could have picked up the phone, but didn't. All the chances to forgive, wasted. And in that moment, Daniel understood. His anger hadn't just cost him his brother. It had cost him time. Time to love, time to heal, time to laugh again. He whispered softly, "Hasira ni Hasara." Anger brings loss. Because when anger wins, love loses. And sometimes you don't realize that until it's too late.
Oh no, that's so painful. I feel like crying already.
That's exactly what Hasir does.
Yes, when you let it win, it never really gives you victory.
It only delivers pain. It makes you feel powerful for a moment, but quietly it's stealing your peace, your joy, your connections.
Exactly. Anger tricks you. It burns bright, but when the fire dies, you realize it's you who's been burned.
Anger doesn't just destroy relationships, it eats you from the inside. It makes you replay old wounds. It blinds you from seeing the good that's still left.
In the end, Hasira ni Hasara, not only for the one you hurt, but for your own soul.
You see, anger itself isn't evil. It's just a signal, a sign that something inside you feels hurt or unseen.
Yes, the feeling isn't wrong. It's human. But when you let anger control you, it turns from pain into poison.
I keep thinking about Daniel. What if he had just made that one call earlier? What if he had chosen peace over pride?
Maybe the ending would have been different.
So today, if there's someone you're angry with, a friend, a parent, a partner, ask yourself, what am I losing by holding on?
Because every day you stay angry, you lose a little more joy, a little more peace, a little more love. Take a deep breath. Choose forgiveness, msamaha. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace.
Every word we've explored on Swahili Spark carries a lesson, a reminder of how language can shape the way we live.
Pole Pole taught us to slow down, to find peace in patience.
Msamaha reminded us to forgive, to release the weight that keeps our hearts heavy.
And today, Hasira has shown us that anger, no matter how strong it feels, only brings loss when it's left unchecked.
Thank you for joining us today on Swahili Spark. Is this episode touched your heart? Don't forget to subscribe, share, and spread the message, one Swahili word at a time.
Until next time, stay kind, stay patient, and remember, the power of words is the power to heal.